the follow-up of the Phantom Assassin jumping onto aggressive.
See from MVP, like they're trying to force high ground into all 5 heroes with all the cooldowns up. Austin, they're a little bit desperate, and now they're gonna have to take the fight. Here we go.
This is not looking good. The ultimate goes out from aggressive. That's a beautiful setup, and they've already blown up the Doom without the ultimate going down. They're trying to chase down MMY, but this means nothing with the Static Storm already out.
Ravage still available, and that rage is going to end soon. He's already committed the Infest MP. Get me out of here. He needs some help. The Sunstrike comes through. Oh, he just races out of it, but the chase is on now. Xiao 8 has a 4-staff available. Can this Invoker catch them? Just 2 seconds until that 4-staff's up, and 4F lurking in the wings.
Oh, QO, I think they actually want to try this again.
This is so risky, though. No PA, BKB, a very low lifestealer. Are they going to go for it? Here they go.
No way.
Tornado clipping MP off the bat, but he commits the rage. He runs directly onto aggressive. Can he bring him down? That Ravage still available. Xiao 8 patiently holding it. Aggressive says, stop being patient, damn it. Save my ass. And he will save his ass.
Aggressive, oh my god, he actually misses the stun, and Aggressive gets out because of that Febby. He completely whiffs an Earth Spike, and now is probably going to go down still as he's getting just corralled into the trees. Will be slowed down by the Gotcha and finally goes down. I can't believe MVP Phoenix still chose to take that fight and almost managed to do it. If
you push the lane out, come rejoin the squad. They still haven't used the Ravage. Austin, they're not going to give up on this. LGD will just calmly apply the counterplay in the top lane, and then they will be coming right back down mid.
Yeah, here comes that glimpse. Dubu actually managed to get off the Doom, so this might be an okay fight without the Invoker.
You say that, but Dubu also dead off the bat. Aggressive is duking it out now. The BKB committed on life number 1. Xiao 8 not dead yet. If they don't kill this Tide, he is going to turn the fight for round number 2, and the Doom wearing off in just a few moments. Gotta hang on to Aggressive, but the crit, the finger, it's enough! They get the kill. Will they have to follow up those QO drops? They march in. Invoker's the big damage. They gotta focus 4F down. They're working on Xiao 8, but he's got the ice armor. He's tanky through this. There isn't even a buyback available on that gyro if they really feel they need it, and maybe in the perfect position, laying down the artillery from the low ground. Oh, he's on the high ground! He's going splat, and then Febby, the Shuriken bouncing to 4F through him, and maybe may even die for this last kill. He's heating up. He wants 4F. He's got the track mission. He ghost walks towards the enemy well and says, yeah, you get in your cage, you stay there. Could be on their last legs here as the Chinese invaders march in.
Okay, Febby, you've got to make the play. He's got to blink in, get the table. Oh no! Aggressive already got the BKB.
They went for the back wall into the stun, but it's going to be a complete turn. Maybe, though, in a bit of danger here. They'll pop the Shiva's guard. Xiao 8 looking to do his best bouncer impression, and it should be enough to keep him alive. The Deafening Blast comes out. Full AoE available, and MP down for the count. QO frantically blinking away. Dubu trying to hang on to his buddy for now, but there's the glimpse. MMY again with the catch, the takedown, and 90 seconds on the sideline for your Phantom Assassin. That's a dieback, and Austin, yeah, this one is just all LGD, basically all the way.
Yeah, this is absolutely over for Rev. Again, one of those scenarios where they made the initiation, and it was definitely long shot. You saw how
it is predicated on a vacuum into a Lion Stun. What is your 5 position support?
Yeah.
If you don't hit that, like there's just no way they take that fight. And it was a low percentage play. Credit to MVP for identifying the biggest chance they had in the team fight, but this is going to be almost impossible from here. Another kaboom from Maybe. Dubu almost instantly melted, and Aggressive Xiao 8 just marching forward. Constant aggression. Another glimpse, another kill. Febby into the trees. LGD ready to greet him, and see you later. That is the final punch that knocks MVP out of the range.
Yeah, the celebratory Ravage.
And another celebratory nuke here. So. Thoughts?
I mean, that actually is one of the heroes that ties in the lineup. I was trying to think, like, there had to be, I'm sure MVP Phoenix wouldn't make such a, when the Slardar hits his timing. They're actually not going for it. They're going for mid instead. I guess Invoker is equally value kill.
And which they should be finding. But no, it's Dubu who tanks the roar, so an admirable sacrifice. But still, it's a first blood, and it's given freely to the Tinker as they look for the turnaround on MY. It'll be a 1-for-1 with the call and the chop for good measure. But this even requires an Axe TP on top of it.
Early boots of travel. He didn't go for the Soul Ring. He's 200 gold away from it, and LGD get this gank.
Oh, not the best time for Sep to march in, but he's going to commit for it anyway. They get the amp off. There's the call. Life Dealer packed inside. He's going to pop out to try to turn this one, though. Sep gets held in position, never gets off the roar. That's the first dunk. MVP getting a key jump here. They've got the Slardar moving in. Armlet active. He can toggle this thing if he wants to engage further and aggressive. No way out. There's the tornado as well. He's going to pop the stick. Hang on, a double chop. A crucial set of kills for MVP, and they're just going to try to play keep away. Maybe look for a safe pickoff, though. As I say that, oh, MMY, you have walked in too far, my man. Needs his mommy.
Wait,
they're sent back to her.
Oh, September was actually, they're actually going to go for this one still. Oh, okay. This is going to be a big question.
The dragon with the Ion Chill. Not sure why that works, but in Dota it does. Still though, MVP easily going to deal with it. And now maybe he's got to be careful. He's in kind of far. They're looking to bring down 4F, but the backup's coming from the mech. The Lifestealer committing for this. They get off a call. They've got the crush almost and short on aggressive brought down. That's 3. LGD playing right into MVP's hands.
Why did
not feel like a fight they needed to take?
Yeah, I mean, like, just going into the jungle by itself and maybe looking for a pick, like, I thought
it's a trap.
Oh, nice. Smoke ward setup. They're going to be able to get the jump in with a call. The Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast over the top. This should be enough to finish off aggressive. It's just a little bit more damage. And they do have it in the end. QO actually looking for the extra kill, but the TP is going to be canceled by the Beastmaster.
And Tinker does have the blink now, but there's a lot of mobility here on MVP, and they're hunting for maybe. They're also looking for Xiaoyi. They get the crush on one, the Darkseer, Conehead down, and now Sep could be next. Tinker does make it out, but they're spending a lot of resources to try and keep him alive. Beastmaster, not so lucky, has no TP. And the slithering Fishman wants a piece. Another grab, that's 3 heroes down. I would say 3 cores. They're really rough vision in the Lion's positioning. Like, is he going to have the vision, and is he going to get the jump, or will you? As they find MP here, he's going to get immediately protected, though. 4Ev with the blink call, looking for the disengage, and now aggressive in a world of pain as he's got to back away, doesn't have the rage available. They get the crush, they get the kill, and they clean up more as they chase. Feppy, though, is going to drop. MMY, can he make it out of this one? Xiaoyi also scouted out in the river, and QO on point. Death Ward, again, netting them another kill. Moving on to Sep now.
And he's got more. Oh no, Forev. He's going to be able to jump in. Immediately gets hexed up. Nice defensive play there from MMY, but they really shouldn't be in this position to be first with. September still going to be called up, but he actually almost caught maybe. In fact, he did. Maybe is revealed, but underneath the March of the Machines, they can't go for that dive. Finally,
it was
MVP.
Just that one fight top.
Tier 3, they're pushed out by Tinker, and then the game draws out to a point where LGD get better late game. But
LGD want to fight this, it looks like. Roche dropping low, the Dragon going in the fire, but it might be too late. QO with the Aegis, and they're moving in.
They've already got September with the Ice Blast, able to pop him really quickly. Now, whoa, the 3-man slithering crush with Fred coming in, managed to get a big ultimate. Will be able to also catch maybe with the call, and should be able to chop off his head as well as the tornado catch them in the end. And there it goes, double kill for QO, 1 for 4 exchange, plus the Roshan. Yes, they lost the Aegis, but well.
This just might be the death push.
It really should be. There's nothing that should slow down MVP if they're going to be able to catch more. September is going to be called up. Nice double sub by MMY.
And they still move in. QO, though, is dropping low. There's the finger. He can't arm the toggle. They actually managed to grab the Slardar kill. They also lose the axe. MVP have dove too far, and they've been punished by the wall.
They're going to be able to grab Febby, but the Glimmer Cape TP out will manage to save him. It's rather Dubu instead, who gets caught by MMY.
Just their characteristic aggression turning into characteristic. Oh,
yeah, it certainly is. They are going to be able to finish up this melee Rax Lifestealer down for 9 more seconds. Obviously, doesn't want to commit the buyback here. Man, September doesn't even have, like, remember September? Like, free farm in the jungle. We're talking how dangerous that is.
Still a Necro 1. No Blink Dagger. Yeesh. That one bad fight coming back to haunt LGD as they lose their first lane of Rax. The legendary high ground squad. You really want more mobility. Darkseer, all right, but again, when the Slardar has a BKB, he just runs past you.
Whoa, Dubu. He found maybe, and Forev also got aggressive. The Ice Blast is going to be right on the touch, and they should be. Oh my god, he actually managed to get the rage off, and now Forev is going to be in trouble as maybe just runs out full with the laser, finishing him off. Oh my god, they went from almost guaranteed killing.
They found QO as well. Can they get the Slardar too? The finger's there. The Tinker's coming. Maybe looking for the ultra kill. LGD say screw high ground defense. We will fight you outside our base, and we will take you there too. As they bring down 4, maybe even gonna try for a 5th. MVP just getting outplayed. There's really no other way to put it. The last second and fast.
When there's such a low death timer there.
LGD sitting very far back as an early pipe gets deployed. deployed. They get the ward down, but it's under a hawk.
Oh, we caught September. If they can actually pop him without the Primal Roar, they should be able to. They pull it back into the Ice Blast, and now they're going down to MMY. Take him out too.
QO manning up here. He gets the bash one-shot on the half HP Lion, but the BKB's down now. The lasers are bouncing. MVP gonna have trouble winning structures.
With QO trying to actually get some damage out there.
Oh, the blink into an infest. That was not exactly the aggressive one doing this, but here comes Joey.
Now the vacuum into the wall. That's actually a pretty good combination, but they just don't have any follow-up, unfortunately. The missiles, as well as the lasers, are bringing MVP Phoenix low enough that maybe can see an opportunity to go really big here, but it's going to be entirely by his lonesome, as Zhao Wei won't be able to protect him much. The buyback
has to be perfect. One miscue like this, he gets caught by the call. The blade now active. Here comes the Sunstrike. There it comes from above. MVP, bring him down. And he's got a buyback.
He has to blink in. He needs to be able to get so much more, and he's looking for a kill, but he can't just get anything. Febby's going to go down, but that's not good enough. He needs to be able to take out QO, but QO, he gets lasered in the last second, and maybe no! He gets taken out by the Maledict. That's 100 seconds on the clock, and maybe he's left practically alone against the world here.
The tanker. They're kiting QO, unable to get back into this fight. MVP are trying to zone out September. LGD holding on the high ground, just barely at that. 2 buybacks down. Tentative, but they do for now force them back.
Was a little bit more, but again, the Force Staffs and Glimmer Cape saves come into play, and now they've expended a big-time ultimate. QO actually just going to go right back in, manning up against the melee racks, trying to finish it off, and now the call from Forev intercepts laser, not quite enough to finish off QO, and now aggressive pushback by the Deafening Blast.
The legendary LGD high ground defense.
Don't tell me!
Woo! Just breathe.
That was so close.
They're not out of the woods just yet. LGD, they've got the power play here, 5v4, but it's their base under siege. And QO has a BKB again. Mauling Sep brings him down. He might die to the Lifestealer.
Not enough again. He takes the invest, but it's not enough for the pop-out. Maybe he's still able to get a kill in the Ancient Apparition, but they really needed the Slardar. Maybe they can get MP as well. They do. 4 down on the side of MVP Phoenix as they go all out for a melee Rax. They didn't even get.
It's so close, though. The Glyph's on cooldown, but it's regenerating 130 HP.
It's not growing high ground right now. I know that sounds crazy with your Aegis, but
here we go. They want to go.
Not quite catching aggressive. He managed to blink himself out. The Tinker's still going to complete that.
Away from behind, though.
Oh, no. He gets the 4-man vacuum wall.
They finger QO. They're trying to focus him down. Aegis pops for free.
He will have the BKB when it comes back up, and now aggressive jumps and immediately blows up Dubu. QO looks for his opportunity with the BKB, goes straight for September. Maybe he's also there. They need to be able to take out maybe first and foremost, I would say, and Forev jumps on that. The laser already goes down, though. They're controlling maybe, but can they actually finish him up? They can actually get right-click damage with that laser taking him out, but it looks like the Ice Blast and the magic damage is enough, but QO will lose his life in return. He needs to build his sprint and stay
Hard. Can he heal?
No!
So close.
The Deafening Blast just wasn't quite in time, and aggressive gets that kill, and that's a huge one because now there are buybacks and there's low death timers on LGD while MVP Phoenix will roll this game.
As MVP Smoke, they're going to move to the north, wrapping around and maybe just heading straight for structures here. Let's see which way they want to go. They swing back towards the mid lane, still looking for the vision. They do see aggressive.
Oh man, they managed to get the sun as well as the call up. If they manage to pop aggressive, it looks like immediately with the Ice Blast, they will.
He's got the buyback. He might need to use it here early as Xiao Wei is being popped by the cold snap, forced back, driven towards the base, but maybe assisting from the rear. The Rockets raining in for a very low and MMY, trying to finish the job with the Glimmer Cape.
Oh, he managed to get with the heat-seeking missile. QO actually goes for MMY, but immediately Primal roared up, and now here comes aggressive, ready to rip QO a new one.
And he will rip him a new one. Tears through that fish and forces MVP back. A 2-for-1 overall with the buyback, a 2-for-2. Not counting it, so now they have a power play. LGD, no Slardar for 80 seconds. Can they find anyone else? Maybe still chasing. Dubu, see ya!
This is the thing, the late game Tinker, you can't run from it. It will always be able to rearm and out the Radiant Jungle, and this smoke gang could be successful.
They scouted it though, they did get the scan off, and they're gonna move in, but MMY, he gets the Hex.
MMY is gonna be the first one down. It looks like the Primal Roar actually sawing things up, and MMY, no, he's gonna be stunned up by QO, taking out the Ice Blast. A clean whiff though, and Dubu kites aggressive.
September in a lot of trouble here. Lifestealer popping into an illusion and going to work on QO. Now he comes right out, but the Rage isn't ready yet. True gets the bash, so maybe he's just reigning supreme on the backline. Aggressive, he needs that Rage, he gets it off!
Unbelievable, maybe able to finish off QO, and now MP is going to be last leftovers for LGD to clean house with MVP. Phoenix are now going to be forced into buybacks.
Bit dire, he can back off and defend. LGD looking for at least one lane.
They have to get an insanely good initiation from Forev that leads into the Ice Blast in combination from the Invoker. This might just be it. Aggressive. Can he actually pop him in time? The Deafening Blast plus the Ice Blast damage just not quite enough, and he invests to hide himself. Well, maybe destroys MVP, dismantling them one by one.
He's in quite deep though, maybe, perhaps too much. Is going to get chopped. He's got the Bloodstone respawn in 30 seconds. Does not need to buy back here. Someone will need to go home, though, to deal with that top push, but I think LGD can take a lane of Rax, cleanly disengage, hold the buyback, perhaps losing MMY on the way out. MVP desperately searching for cleanup kills as MP blinks forward into the call on Chowwait. LGD are going to look to turn this.
Yeah, Forev going to be hexed up and torn apart by the aggressive so quickly. Febi's also going to be served as the Primal Roar. Fortunately, gets off the Ghost Scepter. They might be able to get off. Actually gets the Force Staff. Maybe he can still survive through this and get off an Ice Blast in a more opportune time. But oh no, he throws it too early.
That is going to be the end of the Ancient Apparition. 3-4 heroes on the sideline. Now a dieback on the axe. Hey, who doesn't have buyback for 70 gold? No Ice Blast anyway. LGD on the verge of completing the comeback, as we now see what closes in on a 30k gold swing at nearly 60 minutes. Truly LGD is let's go defend.
Aggressive, but the rage is already down. He gets the amp damage on him, and Aggressive is going to be forced back, but LGD are going to keep going high ground while the Ancient Apparition is dead.
They keep on sieging. Aggressive going to get caught, but the Force Staff, they were ready for that.
Deafening Blast, now the Rage, now the turnaround. QO forced to pop the Sprint, and actually the Death Ward's doing a good amount of damage to the amp damage. They actually take him out. He's going to instantly buy back, though, and come straight into this fight. MP with the Refresher, and now Tornado EMP on a second round, but they can't afford to lose QO. Deafening Blast pushes them back, and maybe he's out of mana, but Aggressive, round 2 is here, and will finish off QO, ending the Dell blow.
That's 4 down, LGD. They've done it. This is going to be the Megas. This is going to be the game. MVP, Oni creeps forcing their way towards the throne. It's going to take some pretty big turns to bring them back into this one. Aggressive might be trying to provide one here. They've already got the Rags. He should just be getting out. He says MMY safely, but MMY's been caught. They might lose too. Aggressive says, see you later, bud. You ain't going to help me. They lose the gem. Gem's littering the ground, actually, but LGD, all they care about are the bodies. Chowwait looking desperately to turn this. He's got Tinker coming in. The artillery has arrived. The artillery also wants to run. LGD blinking, running, just frantically scrambling their way out of this, but they've gotten the Megas cap, and it seems at least a couple get back to the base. And this is not going to be an easy team for MVP to force mistakes out of. But it's not over yet. They're hanging on. They're looking for the opening. They do find it!
And it's a fold this up with a 3-minute question. Now the meteor over the top. Oh my god, the damage is insane! They managed to wipe out 3 heroes almost instantly. But maybe he's still key problem number 1. They need to be able to dress him, and it looks like they got him. Yule Scepter slithering, crush the call, and maybe he's controlled.
He is, for the moment, out of the fight. He's got the buyback. LGD throwing bodies in this one. 4 heroes marching in. The throne is under siege. The 4 slow. Heroes on the run. The creeps hitting the throne. MVP got to kill heroes and defend the base all at the same time. The death push is coming. Chowwait in right through the front door. Who can defend? Who can hold the line for these men? They're back to the throne. QO almost died in the well. Catapults creeps. They're smashing away.
And that's it. MVP Phoenix lose game number 2. LGD prove without a doubt they are the stronger team here in this series as they take game 1 dominantly, and they still show the classic LGD defense being behind in game number 2.